Why? Why use a video of Shedeur Sanders, a 5th round pick, on your page to help promote the 2026 NFL draft? Nieces and nephews, welcome to Auntie Faye Breaks the Huddle. All right, y'all, we're gonna get right into this video. Now, originally, I wanted to come on here and talk about the numbers, okay? Because, honey, women lie, men lie, but numbers don't, okay? But something caught my eye. So we're gonna talk about this first, then we're going to the numbers. As far as the numbers, what I mean is we're gonna talk about the draft, the 2026 draft, right? And I'm gonna show you guys how Shedeur Sanders falling the way he did gave them, like, the NFL made so much money off that. It's crazy how the views were so much higher. Everybody was tuned in, but not a lot of people tuned in for 2026. But before we continue, honey, we're gonna get right into Mary Kay. I know we are over speaking about Mary Kay Cabot, but she threw some shade today, okay? Well, not today, was it? When she posted this 21 hours ago, she threw some shade and I didn't care for it, okay? So I'm gonna share this with y'all. She is a shady little bee. She wrote right here, hashtag Browns, QB Shedeur Sanders returned to Colorado Saturday to receive his diploma. Why are you playing with him? Why are you playing with him? Diploma. This ain't high school. Why are you playing with him? At this point, just don't even like say nothing about him. Just don't say nothing about him. See, the thing is, I cannot wait for there to be another press conference, y'all. I'm telling you, because she is going to try, or someone in that press is going to try to question Shedeur all about what Shiloh said. And I hope Shedeur's response is top tier. I really hope it is, right? But diploma, sis, really? Diploma? I don't know why you acting like you better than Shedeur Sanders. Like, what's going on? A diploma? The crazy thing is, I looked up Mary Kay. So Mary Kay has a bachelor's degree in arts for journalism. You got the same thing I got. Same thing I got. You didn't go and get your master's. I didn't go back to get my master's. We got the same exact thing, but you think you just better. You know what I mean? I got a problem with that. So she wrote diploma. You know, I already know the comments is over here kicking her back in, honey. The comments are kicking her back in. Ricky wrote over here, I don't know who Ricky is, he wrote, you know it's a college degree. Come on. Now you're just trying to disrespect the kid. But what you're really looking for is the drama you know this will bring. Be better, do better. Cleveland deserves better. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Diploma. He not in high school. You know it's called a degree, right? A degree that he earned. A diploma. Like, she's just so shady. This person over here said, Mary Kay, he didn't get a diploma. He earned his degree. Show some respect. Over here, this person said, what a clown you are. The kid got his degree, not a diploma. Imagine not being able to garner engagement without saying this guy's name. And you can't even give him the proper due respect while you capitalize off his likeness. Shameless and classless. Y'all, why is she playing baby, why is she playing with us? Why is she playing with us? She must not know aunties and uncles. She must not know we about that live, okay? Baby, the comments go on and on and on. People are just breaking her back in, as they should, and on, as they should. She does not like Shedeur. Anyone but Shedeur. And she left it on there. You know what I mean? It's not like she fixed it. She know what she got. You know what he got. So we're going to continue. Okay. But you know I'm going to be petty, right? Because I know she went to Kent University and she got her degree. So I'm finna write, oh, this is her diploma. All right, so now we're going to move on to the numbers. Okay. Enough about Mary Kay today. Okay. Because she, hey, my blood pressure, honey. So enough about Mary Kay. So we're going to talk about numbers. Okay. Which I think is highly important. So let me show y'all this right quick. I thought this was very, very interesting. Okay, so right here it says the 2026 NFL draft saw a 12 to 14% decline in viewership compared to 2025, with the 3-day average of 6.6 million viewers. Baby, day 3 on draft of 2025 was the highest they ever saw in years. And that's because, like I said, although he fell off round 1, fell off round 2, people really thought he was going to go round 3. really thought that, right? And so it says 6.6 million viewers, down from 7.5 to 7.7 million. Despite this, it was still the third most watched draft ever. First round viewership also dropped to 13.2 million from 13.6 million in 2025. I thought that was very fascinating. So, you know, I like to ask my questions. So, of course, I didn't ask the question right here. What you said, I said, did the viewership for 2025 come from Shedeur Sanders dropping to the 5th round? Of course, Google. Okay, AI is going to tell you, okay, sometimes they're wrong, but we already know this time they right. Yes, analysts largely attribute the record-breaking viewership of 2025 NFL draft to the drama surrounding Shedeur Sanders and his unexpected slide into the 5th round. His fall was the defining storyline that kept audience engaged through the typically lower rated weekend round, because originally people don't care about the 3rd round. They don't care about the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, or the 7th round. That's when the viewership kind of dropped, right? But the 1st and the 2nd round usually are the highest. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all, this is the impact. The impact that your name being Sanders actually had is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay, it says right here, day 3 record Saturday broadcast rounds 4 through 7 became the most watched day 3 on record, averaging 4.3 million viewers. This was a massive 43% increase over the previous year. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Due to Shedeur Sanders sliding. Y'all can't tell me like this wasn't all planned out. Listen, I hate to be the one big on like conspiracy theories. I hate being one of those people. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the Trump people are one of those people. But when it comes to this, you just got to be that. You just have to see it that way. Because what other reason why? What his attitude? Hello, NFL has drafted players with SA allegations, DUIs. I mean, come on, like Baker Mayfield, and I know it's hard for me to say Baker Mayfield because he was amazing in college, amazing, but still, like Baker Mayfield was like running around naked, getting tackled right before the draft. I'm just saying, y'all, there's so much people, right? I just think this was, I ain't gonna lie. When I think about the draft, sometimes I still be in my feelings. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. 43% increase due to Shedeur Sanders sliding. NFL has been eating off them. And if you don't recall, if you are on X, I'm not sure if you guys are on X. If you're on X, the NFL was also right before the draft. The NFL was pushing Shedeur Sanders as like his like draft when he fell. They were pushing his video when he like got picked by the Browns and he jumped into the pool to get people excited for the 2026. Why are you guys using a young man, our nephew that fell on the 5th round? Why didn't y'all use the 1st round picks to show that? Why didn't y'all use a video of Travis Hunter? Why didn't y'all use a video of Cam Ward? Why use a video of Shedeur Sanders, a 5th round pick, on your page to help promote the 2026 NFL draft? This is all about money. This is all about money. Now, someone left me a comment, okay? And I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that comment, but she left the comment on the YouTube video. I don't know if she left it on a post, and I'm going to show her why I disagree with her, okay? We're going to have this conversation right quick. All right, so I really could not find an original comment that I was looking for, but I'm going to try to reply to her here. This isn't the comment, but we're going to talk about this comment as well. By the way, everyone that do leave a comment, I really appreciate y'all, and I'm glad that you guys are here to support the channel. So the original comment that the woman said, she said that, and I'm sorry I cannot find your comment because I really want to put it on display. She didn't say anything bad, but she was just saying that Shedeur is not going to be the QB there. They are going to end up trading Shedeur. Now, she said more than that, but I really responded to that part, and I did actually respond to her. You can't give Shedeur back his number 2 just to trade him. It's not going to happen. Right now, the Browns are building a new stadium. That's gonna need money, right? This is just the taxpayers paying for this, okay? You need those seats to be packed. You know what I mean? And mind you, I don't like the fact that this stadium is going to be a dome, because I think the whole part of being in the AFC North is that way other teams from the South or whatever can come and deal with the snow. But that's on another story, okay? You can't give Shedeur his number 2 and then trade him. I don't see that happening. I don't see a trade happening. I just really don't. I think either Dylan Gabriel is going to get traded, because ain't nobody going to pick up Deshaun. That's the only one they're not talking about. If y'all remember last season, Kenny Pickett was barely throwing any balls. They wasn't even talking about Kenny Pickett. The only person that was really talking about him was Mary Kay Cabot. When she put up that post saying that Kenny Pickett is going to win, he's going to be QB1, and come to find out he was hurt and he wasn't even playing. You know what I mean? We didn't even see him in like a preseason game. Okay. And then eventually he got traded to the Raiders. Right. So what I'm saying is you don't give him number 2 only to trade him, because you know those sales are going to go back up. Remember, Shedeur sold the most jerseys than the number 1 pick, okay, of 2025. Then Cam Ward, then Travis Hunter, Shedeur, everybody went out to go buy 12. You know what I mean? And Shedeur coming online to tell people, hey, don't ask for your refund, keep your 12. I don't think that really came from him. I think that somebody on top said, hey, you don't mind saying this because, you know, you're 2 now, and now everyone is going crazy to buy 2. Really? I don't think you give him that number knowing all those sales are coming in only to trade him, because if that happens, I doubt it. If that happens, baby, everyone's going to want their money back. Okay. You're going to want their money back. You don't do all that to trade, because I think the trade deadline, let's see, the season starts in October. I think the next trade deadline is going to be before the season starts. And then there's going to be another trade deadline right after preseason. Is it right after? No, not right after preseason. I think after like week 4 or something like that. It's going to be another trade. They're not trading him. Absolutely not. So this person right here, Celie Nimhard, wrote Celie Nimhard, where unfortunately she is getting her info from executives portion of the org. The execs org would rather Dylan win, or DW, or Deshaun Watson win, so that they can salvage their dumb decision making. I think Todd is not going for that. So Mary Kay Cabot can talk. Doesn't mean it is reality. She definitely got her info from Jimmy Haslam. That's why she sent the son-in-law a ESPN. That's why she sent the son-in-law on ESPN Cleveland. I don't know who the son-in-law is. I don't know what she sent them. Anyways, I don't know. But you could be right. You could be right. I think that Jimmy, but see, here's the thing though, right? And I did see your other comment where you said SS took a beating, save his dad program. This was the best comment. This is one I wanted to read. You also wrote SS took a beating, saved his dad program temporarily, which he did, right? Helped get Travis the Heisman. Absolutely did, because without Shedeur throwing him those balls, okay, throwing him the ball all the time, Travis Hunter might not have gotten the Heisman, right? And a bunch of other players drafted on the 5th round and still started at the end of the season. Exhibit 2 had a great college career, did well first couple of years. I'm mad that I read that like that. I'm sorry. I should have read it how you were trying to write it. Okay, so basically what he's saying is Haslam put all this money in, okay, and he feels stupid. He feels stupid, and he want to try to recoup some of his cash back. But Todd Monken is not having that, so Todd Monken wants to win now. And I understand why Todd Monken want to win now, because Todd Monken, he needs to show everybody that he is him. He can produce QBs. He can develop QBs. He can run an offense. He can do all of this. So I agree with you, Celie. I don't think Todd Monken is going to deal with that BS. I think Todd Monken is going to pick the best QB. However, Jimmy is still the owner. You know what I mean? Jimmy is still the owner. And so I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, as much as I want Shedeur to start, I read another comment that said that they wanted Deshaun to start. to piss off everyone else and Deshaun start playing like shit, or, you know, he just wasn't playing good. Deshaun hasn't played good since like 2019, if you want to be real. He hasn't played good since 2019, just to be honest. 2019, 2020, maybe, if that. You know what I mean? If you want to be real. You know what I'm saying? The last game I remember of Deshaun was when they played against the Ravens in 2019, and Lamar, that was Lamar's best year in 2019. And everyone thought that Lamar was going to make it to the Super Bowl, and then they lost to the Tennessee Titans in the playoff. But what I'm saying is, in that game, he wasn't great. The Ravens devoured him. You know what I mean? Maybe he had a good game in 2020. I don't know. So that's what I want to share with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Leave y'all comments over here. But yeah, money is money. Money is money. Now we know that Mary Kay is still throwing shade. Okay. The NFL is still using Shedeur's name to push anything that they want to push. Okay. Matter of fact, Shedeur hasn't had a commercial with Gatorade in forever. And I randomly saw Gatorade push a Shedeur Sanders old clip of him drinking Gatorade. It was just the weirdest thing ever. Like, the Sanders give you clicks. The Sanders give you views, good or bad. That's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't agree with the ones that are like bashing them and then using them. You know what I mean? Bashing them and then using the name. But yeah, congratulations to our nephew though for graduating. Okay. I saw comments about, oh, they just gave him the degree. No, he actually did schooling online. There's videos of him online. Okay. Trying to finish school because he really wanted to graduate. There's also videos of him talking about he wanted to go back to get his master's. It's okay, guys. You don't have to hate the kid. It's so much hate going on. It's all right. All right. But yeah. Shouts out to the NFL for still needing to use Shedeur. Shouts out to Shedeur for making the NFL so much money that they have to use you for the 2026 draft. What a shame. All right. Anyways, y'all, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, honey. Let me know how you feel about this. Okay. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Okay. How y'all feel about what's going on? How you feel about Mary Kay throwing shade, talking about diploma. She get on my nerve, y'all. Don't forget, don't talk nice to me. Talk sports with me. Ciao.